Yeah, I'm just struggling with actually like what to talk about anymore. Like feels it gets repetitive.
People will buy into that feeling and then don't care what the deliverables are. They just trust that you will.
No one gives a shit how good your music is. People only give a shit how good you are at selling it.
No, I feel like I've got a lot more direction with it, to be honest.
Alright, welcome into this video. Today we are here with Bailey. Bailey joined the community on Monday and it's currently Monday. So it's been a week. We're gonna get into your offer, your content strategy, and just basically run through all the problems you're currently facing and help you build out that strategy to build a one-of-one brand. Do you want to just kickstart us off by kind of explaining the situation where you're at, almost that, just the feelings that are going on right now?
Yeah, I think the feeling's going on. Like I feel like I lose confidence in terms of what I'm doing. Like I just don't know. Like I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have that full confidence when I'm going on calls with people. Like I want to feel like the man that can help them with content and help them get to where they want to be and their goals with Spotify. But like sometimes I just don't feel like that actually happens and like comes out.
Okay.
And yeah, maybe it's just like lacking that confidence.
Okay. What's your offer at the moment? What are you helping people do?
It kind of is a mix of like helping them establish their brand and their identity, who they are, how they want people to feel through content, helping them put together goals that are actually going to work like in place, so putting together the processes of how we get to their goals, so really establishing what we're going to hit over the 1 month or 3 month, and then putting in place the processes, so establishing that. It's all pretty much call based, helping them basically build them a Notion hub as well, where we store a content calendar. I show them how to like properly plan inside of like a proper content calendar with the right tags and stuff, and then pretty much do that, and then help them structure out all the content, help them put in place like differentiating the content as well, so different content themes, so music promo, and then like actual lifestyle content. So having that split as well, that balance of showing people who they are rather than just music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're helping music artists grow.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. One thing that we'll get into as well, obviously I know I've asked you there to kind of explain the details of the offer, but we want to, by the end of this, we want to kind of get to that situation where it's all why based. So I feel like at the moment you're getting a little bit confused on calls. Do you feel like you're getting confused on calls because you're telling people a lot about what you're going to do, and then when you come to working with clients, you're not clear on that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. What we want to change and kind of get to is almost that situation where people will buy into that feeling and then almost don't care what the deliverables are to get there. They just trust that you will. And however that works, the way that you want to do that is kind of where we want to get to by the end of this. So building out that feeling. In terms of content, where are you at with posting yourself, kind of getting your brand out there, inbound leads, this type of stuff? Like, how's that feeling?
Content's shit. Like, yeah, content is like, I don't know. I've been in really good spirits. Like the year started, I set in place the right goals. Like, everything felt good. I've come out here to Morocco. I think a lot of things have hit me. I don't know. That's what's hit me. A lot of things within the business have hit me. Content doesn't feel right. I scripted a couple videos and posted them. They don't feel right.
Okay.
I'm losing like what I should actually be posting. I'm just struggling with actually like what to talk about anymore. Like it gets repetitive. It feels like when I document the journey, it doesn't feel natural. I don't know what the problems are, but yeah, no inbounds at all, really. Okay. And yeah, just not much interest in the actual content.
Okay. We'll dive into all of that, so we'll kind of create that strategy moving forward as well. What doesn't feel right? When you say you kind of script out some videos, what doesn't feel right? Do you know what that is, or is it almost just like you feel disconnected to the content?
Like, it's always tonality, which is just a small one, but like the tonality doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm just always like forcing it a bit. I don't know. I just feel like also it just feels repetitive in terms of what I say. Like it's always about like building relationships and like giving people a reason to care about your music, but it always just comes across in the same way. Yeah. And yeah.
Okay. And finally, to kind of future pace it, what's the vision? Where do you want to get to? Let's go a year's time.
I want to make sure I've helped 100 music artists grow.
Cool.
They've all got different goals, but overall grow. Yeah. It might be help out of 100 of them. Like one of them might be I've helped them get to 5,000 monthly listeners. One of them I might have helped them grow 100 followers. But if I can help 100 artists and have that impact, from establishing their brand to getting in place the calendar, to getting them being consistent, to getting them posting the right content, to getting them posting not just music but showing people who they are. Yeah. If I can help 100 music artists do that, that will be my fulfillment for this year.
Okay, nice. Why?
It's like, explain why.
Listen. No, sorry, what was it? Think.
Think. Why? Why do I want to help 100 music artists?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, I didn't make what I do now for no reason. Like, I've always loved music. I've been making music myself, and then I went and made this business for a reason. Like, I wanna be able to help others. You know, when I was that kid, when I was 14, 15, and I didn't know what to post, you know, online to build my views and build my streams. And then I ended up getting to a point where I built, you know, 50,000 monthly listeners and millions of streams. You know, I understood how to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like actually now showing people how I done that. And that's like my enemy. It's like helping my younger self.
Yeah.
Like helping my younger self. Yeah.
Do you want to just run through us quickly kind of what that story is? Like almost how you'd say what your story is. If someone asked you who you are and you couldn't explain that you do business, content, music artist, no nothing like that, you just had to tell them your story. What would you tell us now?
Wait, what specific story?
Just almost your origin story, like who you are, you know, where BCK came from, how that all kind of went, and how that led you to now. Like, you know, you mentioned your younger self a lot. I kind of want to almost understand that picture of your younger self.
I feel like it started when I was young, just like singing and stuff, and then around 8 years old, 2014, I had like this bike accident where I like fell off my bike. I tore my kidney, which was like, it never happened before because no one's ever torn their kidney, which was a really interesting one. They interviewed me on ITV News, which was really crazy. And yeah, I had that. I came out of hospital. I got straight on a bike, which just like sort of showed the person I was. Like, I wanted to just carry on and go again. And it was like sort of that feeling of like I wanted to do more. Like from 8 years old, I got into theatre shows. I don't know what it was, but I guess I always liked singing. So I started to get into theatre shows. I joined a couple drama schools, dancing, singing, acting. Performed in the West End, performed around the UK, to be fair. And yeah, done theatre shows. Secondary school, started music. Year 7, year 8, dropped my first song, a Fortnite song, which is really cool. Got a lot of hate for that, and yeah, and then got a lot of hate through secondary making music, and then it sort of was like hate, and then it sort of got to year 10, and everyone was sort of like liking me, and like I was like, oh whoa, and it was like the numbers. Everyone started to see the numbers. Everyone started to see me on their TikTok screens. They were like, wow, like, whoa, this guy goes to my school. And it got to the point where year 11 leaving day, everyone was asking me for signatures and taking pictures with me, which was fucking weird and sick.
Yeah.
But they were like, yeah, I fucking love your music. So it's weird. And that was school. And then went to music college. Yeah, I didn't have much clarity from that. I felt like I already knew what I was doing with music. I just not in like a cocky way. I just felt like I didn't really get much help from that. And then, yeah, I sort of lost my path of music. And I wanted to build something that can help other music artists, you know, actually grow. So I just took time out to study that a bit more, and I feel like I still study that every day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the story really.
I like it. I like that. Nice. Okay. By the end of this, we want to get to a situation where we've got clarity on what you're selling. You know, really, really from your messaging perspective, like how you market it, but also how you go and deliver that as well. Like building out your offer. Like me and Joe are very strong on the fact that if you kind of find that why first, you don't have to look at anything that anyone else is doing to figure out how you should deliver what you want to do. It's almost like, you know, even the decision of like, oh, should I do 1 month or should I do 3 months? It always comes back to the why. You know, if the why is to help 100 music artists because that's how you want to help yourself, like almost the first thing is I'd get rid of 1 month because you wouldn't be able to help someone that quickly. So what we kind of want to do is just kind of clarify that offer, you know, from the start, figure out what you sell, and then from that we'll be able to kind of build that strategy in a way where we can, the content strategy in a way where you know what you need to post to feel confident, to build who you are, to tell your story, but also to get people interested in the service that you sell as well.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to get into. Joe's written down a bunch of notes. Do you want to get into that kind of first, just the stuff that you were writing down?
Yeah, I want to add more to this straight away. So I'm trying to summarize this offer almost on paper. What do you charge?
£300 per month.
Cool. So I'm going to go straight 900 because we're talking about that 3 months.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 months, £900. When you were, Bailey, when you were 14, 15, almost going through that time in your life, what amount of money, you know, say back a year ago, 2 years ago, when you didn't really know how to get all those streams, you didn't really know how to post that content online, what amount of money would have made you commit? Because all the information's out there. You can go on YouTube and learn how to build a personal brand. Mm-hmm. What would have made you actually do it? And what money did you have in your account, and what would have hurt you?
Go and do what?
Actually build that brand. All the information's on YouTube. You can ask ChatGPT how to build a brand. Like, why would someone commit? The only reason we charge a price is to get someone to commit to doing it. If not, then fucking go on YouTube. Like, that's why people work with you, because you're going to keep them accountable to it. So would £900 of back then would have made you commit?
Yeah, probably.
100%. I'm happy with that. Move on. As Seth said before, like, when we know that why, everything we can base off that.
Yeah.
Look at this 3 months now. Can you do it in 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah? 100%?
Yeah.
Sick. We'll stick with that. On this idea of... Now I kind of want to go into how we speak about the offer. Because our deliverables are £900 3 months. Fine. Notion Hub, we can build that out. But the first thing you said when we asked you what your offer is you said establish someone's brand. I don't know what that means. When you in school, you said before, you know, year 10, and you weren't getting the streams to, you know, you getting 50,000 streams a month. I know we spoke about this yesterday off camera, but almost behind the scenes mentally to you, what changed between when you were dreaming of getting 50,000 streams to what now? Like, do you feel more confident about new music? What's almost changed in a personality point of view from almost a deeper, inherent, internal perspective?
It was just consistency, like, honestly. I just, like, for me, it was just always keeping going. Like, through secondary school, like I said, there was so much hate. And, like, even from primary school, when I started doing theatre shows, like, so much hate. It was always, like, standing out from, like, the kids that were playing football or whatever. But it was just that mindset of keep going, because this is what you love, and just keep doing what you want to do. And that's why I'm passionate about, making sure I always keep figuring out what I do now. Like, it's never going to be a case where it's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm not doing square one anymore. Like, this is me, this is what I'm doing for life. So, yeah, I feel like it was just consistency. Yeah.
What would you, 2 or 3 years ago, be jealous about you now?
What would me 2, 3 years ago be jealous about me now? That I have freedom. Yeah, I have freedom. I never wanted to, like, go and jump in a 9-to-5 office job, but it was like that freedom of, like, being able to do what I want and from my bedroom, and yeah, I like that feeling.
Okay. And then from a music sense, like, do you feel it's slightly easier to create in any way, like, because you have that freedom now?
Yeah, like, I was making my own music. Yeah, I think so, because I started making music recently, like, again, and I went to the studio to record songs. So yeah, definitely.
How did that feel?
I felt good. Yeah, just like doing what I love, like back to doing what I love. But yeah, it didn't make me think, oh, I want to just do music and just forget about what I do now. Like, it just made me think, like, I want to be able to, yeah, at some point use my music journey to help what I'm doing now, which Seth spoke to me about, especially on the plane. Like, you know, post your own music and document the journey of how you're going to go and get a load of fans to it or something. So it's something I could do myself to document that journey to help others. So I guess that's an idea.
I really like this idea of an offer. Like, Seth and I are quite, I don't know, we don't like the traditional, you know, what they call, like, the Hormozy make money offer of being, you know, like, I'm going to help music artists make more money, because anyone can say it. Like, we call that, like, a commodity offer. Like, it's gold, silver. When you try to buy gold and silver, people ask, what's the quality? Like, how much weight is it? How long is it? How long it's going to cost? So we like to talk in this idea of, like, a transformation. And to me, the really key words here is freedom, avoiding a 9-to-5, standing out, being able to deal with that hate. When you were there, when you didn't have the social media presence, to when you do have the social media presence and you're able to get those streams. Like, I really want to think about, if you can almost imagine now, like, one of your clients or one of your prospective clients, like a lead, who's posting music, who's creating music, they're probably in a 9-to-5, and then you said a bunch of guys are in construction and stuff. What is almost the identity they aspire to? Like, if you could just if luck was on your side and you knew all their videos were going to blow up and go viral, what do you think they would aspire to? Like, that lead who's getting 1,000 streams a month, what are they aspiring to? Like, what are they dreaming of?
But they're dreaming of being able to perform the songs that they love making, like, around the world. like headline shows and stuff, and yeah, being at festivals, perform at Wireless, having that feeling of getting 1 million streams. They want to be able to hit that. I was speaking to someone recently. Actually, it's one of my clients. He's really struggling with confidence himself, because he just feels like he doesn't want to post and feel like it's embarrassing. So it's like they want to have that look as well. They want to have that look at the numbers, because it feels so embarrassing when you post something and it's not doing well, or you're posting sort of loads of content and people just don't care about it. So it comes to a confidence thing as well.
I think this is super powerful here. This performing what you love, where you want to perform it. You know, like, what sounds better to you? Like, get 1,000 more streams or perform what you love at festivals. I think the only way you're going to get to that point isn't just by pumping out more music, it's by getting more attention on you. Mm-hmm. It always goes down to, like, you probably don't know the best music artists in the world. Like, one of my favorite things is you don't hear about the best author, you hear about the best selling author.
Yeah.
It's the same with music. Mm-hmm. Like, you probably don't know the best artists, but you know the best selling artists.
Yeah, true.
At the end of the day. So I think really honing down on this idea, even in the messaging and the way you talk to people, going that no one gives a shit how good your music is. People only give a shit how good you are at selling it, and selling it to people in the way of listening to it. So I think maybe going it down like best selling route.
Right.
And I think that's going to be a bit of a like an identity shift with your clients, because I find it myself when I'm writing, but I always want to make the best product, and I don't think about how I'm going to sell it. Now, you are helping them bring that thing to market. You're almost helping them sell it. You're like, they are creating a song. They've put all their hard work into it. Now, the biggest focus about that has to be how you get it to the world. And if they're just getting it to the world by putting it on Spotify and hoping and praying someone listens to it, you know, as I said before, like a great story about a book. There was a book, it was called Astrological Love. It was published. She printed 5,000 copies of this book called Astrological Love, and she sold 1,000. Mm-hmm. None of them sold. She then rechanged the title of that book to How to Satisfy a Woman. It was How to Satisfy a Woman and Make Her Beg for More. She fucking sold 3 million. It's the exact same book, it's the exact same song, but just because she changed the name of it and just because she marketed it differently, she became a millionaire. So I think we're able to deliver people this performing what they love at the festivals, this freedom to avoid their 9 to 5, by instead of just helping them establish their brand, we're helping them almost become this best-selling author in a way. Not that we're trying to sell their music, but we're trying to sell this idea of listening to their music. Mm-hmm. Does any of this make sense and resonate?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now in your content, I'll obviously wait until Seth's come back, but I think in this idea of talking about our offer, helping 100 music artists won't resonate with a music artist. That resonates with us because we want to help, we want to help you and we want to support you. But if you're a music artist, this idea of just hearing you're on a mission to help 100 music artists won't resonate well. But if you can sell them on this idea of them getting more streams, that we want to sell the outcomes. Like, I don't give a shit about, Zach and Richard's old offer, which was, freelancers making 2 to 5K make more money. Freelancers don't give a shit about that. Mm-hmm. But the freelancers give a shit about being able to buy back their freedom and almost this idea of becoming that business owner. So Seth, for context, what we've kind of ran through is this idea like an author. They can write the best book, they can write the best song, but if it's not the best, but you don't hear about the best author award, you hear about the best selling author. At the end of the day, your music could be the best song in the world, but if no one listens to it because we don't sell it right, then who gives a shit?
Have you given your book analogy already?
I've given my book analogy, yeah.
But you love that one.
Yeah.
Nice. Sorry about leaving. We just got a new wood delivery, so we've got more fire.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So that's all good. Sorry. Anyway,
Solid.
keep going. This is I like this.
So what we went through is we attacked the idea that music artists love performing what they love, love performing what they've enjoyed making. The idea of being able to perform at a festival, this almost pain point of when they post content online, it's a little bit embarrassing. Like you post a video and it gets 500 views and you feel a bit embarrassed. But then how do we almost use this as a bridge to the identity shift that doesn't matter how good your music is, if it's not selling and if we're not putting out content.
It's pointless.
Yeah.
Like, you put that song out for a purpose, and that's how you deliver that purpose, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get other people to realise it. I like it. I like it.
Solid.
Do you want to get into how you deliver that. Like, so that's kind of from that marketing perspective, and we'll get into content in a second. Is there anything that you know, I know you were speaking about the fact that, you know, that call earlier that you're having with the client, what felt wrong about it?
It just felt like I was asking like unintentional questions.
Okay. I want to get into these things. So almost the deliverables, right? So you establish brand, Notion Hub. I know you've mentioned a couple times like a Notion calendar as well. Do you want to almost write, what are all your deliverables? Like, what do you do for people?
I schedule their content.
You schedule, why?
I don't know.
Is it like something just to throw in there to add value?
It's something in there to add value because like they struggle with consistency. So
Yeah.
the fact that when they work with me, like they get the content scheduling handled, we just
Okay.
get all the content filmed and then I schedule it. It's something I've been thinking about not doing, but basically if I don't do the scheduling, my whole job, by the way, is just calls. So
What's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, yeah, like pretty much it would just be calls. So I've been thinking about taking out the scheduling. I mean, more
Yeah.
it's not even in place properly. I think more like I haven't even got to the point where they've started filming content with my new clients at the moment. But when it does come to that, I probably will just say to them to schedule it themselves. It's free as well on Instagram and TikTok on the actual platforms on the laptop.
Yeah.
So probably not even doing that anymore.
Okay,
so
get rid
just
of
calls.
that. Completely get rid of that.
Yeah.
Out of your mind. You don't schedule their posts. Because
Yeah.
if you do, you're an agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be able to grow with people.
Right, yeah, you're
right.
right, yeah.
And you're having this mixture of you're working for them, but they're also working for themselves. And basically it's like, you know, you're getting them to write the song and you put it on DistroKid.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, you know, if I made them content, I'd rather do that myself.
Yeah.
So I'd completely get rid of that. And, you know, you can almost start looking at yourself more as a coach, as a consultant, as someone that's done it, and then just help them do those same things. So we'll cancel that. So
No.
cancel, scheduling. What else do you do?
So basically, more or less, yeah, since the last couple of months, in place is just calls. It's sort of how I keep picturing it
Calls.
as coaching.
Okay. How many calls? Is it weekly or?
Yeah, once a week.
Cool.
So 4 times a month.
So that's 12 calls total.
Yeah, like the main goal is working with these artists for 3 months. Once again, it comes to a confidence thing, but I feel like things have been going a bit wrong recently, so I've been going on calls offering people a month because I feel like I want to give them that opportunity to work with me for a month.
Cool.
And not have that fear of long-term commitment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I really used to deal with this as well. And it's a funny one because, you know, I would be selling like 4 weeks at a time because I was thinking, oh, you know, it's less money. You know, if someone doesn't get the results, it's only after 4 weeks. It's okay. Like it's less time. I'm not wasting any of their time. But the funny thing was I was never seeing results because 4 weeks isn't enough for anything.
No, it's
anyone
not,
to see
it's not,
results.
yeah.
I would again cancel that 1 month offer. Like it's almost see that as that's the old Bailey. And the old Bailey would do 1 month offer. The new confident Bailey's going to do 3 months because he knows that that's how long it takes. And if a client's not seeing the results, it's not your fault. It's just you haven't put enough reps yet.
Yeah.
It's like you know, especially with taking out the content scheduling, it's putting more of a commitment onto them, which is good. You know, it's hard physically and mentally on a service provider when all the results is on them and none on the client. So the more that we can extend that time, so 12 calls total over a longer period of time is much more impactful than, you know, 4 weeks and you scheduling all their posts for them. So 12 calls total. And then again, this comes back to your actual why, help music artists grow. This is going to fulfill that purpose way more. So 1 call a week, and then almost having, I think for the final part of that is almost having them set the expectation of what they want to achieve by the end of that 3 months. Again, so you didn't set that expectation. But like, oh, we're going to get to 10K streams by 3 months. You want to get there, and then everything that they're not doing is on them. You know, like if someone joins our community and doesn't want to do any of the 3Ms process or watch the calls or watch the course or come to the calls, it's like, and you tell us you're not getting results, like, okay, that's you. We gave you everything you needed, you didn't show up for it. And it kind of shifts that a little bit, and then you can hold them accountable to their goal. So I'd say almost that as the next thing. You know, I'm almost skipping ahead, but accountability.
And this is the process of becoming more of a leader and creating more of this confidence. Because the moment if things go wrong, it's on you. Well, in a way it is. Like, the more work you do for them, the more done for you do, the more you almost feel it's on you. And I've had it myself, as Seth said, that if I'm doing all the work for the client, I lack this confidence in myself if it doesn't work. When in reality, the last 10% that they're doing is the reason it's not working. Like, Seth and I, in our old agency, we could sit there and we could build everything for them. But if they don't record the videos using the advice we give them, everything goes to pot.
Yeah.
And that's not our fault, that's their fault. So the more you can give to them, and it gives you more frame on calls. Because on calls, if you're doing everything for them, then you're just almost a service provider for them. Like you're almost like a VA, you know, just doing the things for them and posting for them. But if you're on a call being like, right, we have an hour and we're going to smash out, we're going to review the content, we're going to give you some planning and you're going to go away and do it. If you don't do it, you set a goal 3 months ago and it's your fault that you didn't hit that because you didn't do the things I told you to. You know what it takes. You've done it.
Yeah.
You've got to 50,000 streams. You know what it takes.
Yeah.
So if someone doesn't do it, well, mate, told you what to do, didn't do it. Shut up, dickhead.
Yeah.
So I remember you saying, I can't remember exactly what you said, but you just wrote so many songs. Like, I feel like it was actually a lyric in one of the most recent songs. It's like just writing 100 pages until the ink bled dry. It's like that's what you want someone to do with this process. Because when you kind of mix these two, the accountability and the calls, the accountability, the way that you do that, you know, that can be on Instagram, WhatsApp DMs. You're just speaking to people. Oh, fucking hell, that lid just flew off. You're basically speaking to them, figuring out what their problems are. And then these calls, I don't know exactly how you run them at the moment, but maybe you can have a structure for the first 4 weeks where you're building the foundations of the brand. And then afterwards, the next 8 calls are just, what is your problem? Let's fix it. Are you struggling with consistency? Why? Perfect, let's solve it. Are you struggling with content ideas? Perfect, why? Let's solve it. And then it just becomes a lot easier. You know, all your calls have purpose. I know what it feels like to show up to the call and not know what you're going to speak about. It feels like nerve-wracking. I was speaking with Joe earlier about this earlier this week, and it's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to speak about. But when you kind of combine these two things, it gets so much easier, and that takes away that problem that you mentioned, which was asking unintentional questions. So, other deliverables that you give. Notion Hub.
Yeah.
What's that for?
The content calendar.
Okay, so I like that. Is that custom built?
Yeah.
What changes?
What do you mean?
Between client to client, like what's different from client to client?
It's not.
Okay,
It's
that's
just
good.
all a template.
Sounds nice. I would sell that less as a Notion hub and more as a consistency thing. Like, you can almost look at these things now. These brackets are basically like the why. Maybe not this one, but the brackets are the why. Holding them to their goal. The consistency is, you could just put 10,000 monthly listeners, 10,000 monthly listeners at the end of all of these. And it's like, that's the thing, that's the why, that's the outcome.
Yeah.
And then just start selling these things. I'm going to hold you to your goal. We're going to have 12 calls total. And make sure you stay consistent. And I'm going to give you the strategy. And that's all someone needs.
Because anyone could say these 3 things. Like, anyone. Like, I can make a video right now and I can sell 12 calls a week, accountability in a Notion hub. But not everyone can speak to the fact that I'm going to make you set your own goal. I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to make sure you are consistent. Like, I can go online right now and say I'm a trading coach and start selling trading. No one's going to listen to me because I'm not that identity. You are this aspirational identity. You have those streams. So when you tell someone, I'm going to make you set your goal, I'm going to hold you to that goal, and if you are consistent, we'll get there. Cool.
Yeah.
They straight up believe you, and it almost confidence comes from, what's the line?
Confidence comes from doing what you say you're going to do. It's that line. I can't remember the exact words, but
It's like
being who you say you are.
Yeah, and having the undeniable proof.
Yeah, that's the one.
And having the undeniable stack of proof behind it.
Yeah.
You have that undeniable stack of proof.
I think people see you. I think you don't realize how much people see you as an aspirational identity. If you look at your Spotify now, you see multiple songs with multiple millions of listens, and an account that still has 50,000 monthly listeners. It's like, that's fucking what people want. That's literally what people want. It's like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And the best thing here is like, what you've kind of written down is basically all the problems. Everything that we've got here is now here, or is about to be written down. Feeling embarrassing, feeling of standing out, hate, you will help them tackle that in calls. The feeling of the problem of consistency is what the accountability and the Notion Hub's going to solve. The outcome of freedom that they want is the overall thing that you're going to help them achieve. Same with performing, same with festivals. Like, these are the goal, and then you're solving the rest of the problems in the thing, which is again like how it's crazy how it just comes back to that why. It's like, cool, my goal is this. What's stopping them from getting there? I'm gonna build my entire delivery so it just gets rid of that, which is really fucking cool. Is there anything else that you do?
Yeah, well, it's all in the calls really,
Nice.
but yeah.
So, is there almost like phases to what you do? Like, is there
Yeah, I've planned it out as month 1's prep phase, month 2 and 3 is actually posting, so as action. Month 1 is prepping, month 2 and 3 is action with content.
Okay. Do you get to a situation where you feel like people don't listen to you? Or like they're not as committed?
So I've had that, yeah.
We want to get them quick wins. If you're waiting a month to post your first video after you've invested someone to help you post more, I see it, but you don't want that. Like, you want to get them to have a video completed within the first like 3 days as your ideal goal. You know, they're coming to you because they're like, fuck, my social media needs work. I need to get this done ASAP.
ASAP, yeah.
So I think that would really, really help. Is almost be like, cool, as soon as someone joins, we're gonna get your first video out. And it's like, cool, you've already got a song out. Let's take the story of that song, put it into real, cool, done. And then it's like, oh, then they see it, and then they listen to you more. You know, we sell someone because they're paying us money, but there's the repeated process of us selling them throughout the entire time of working with us. Like, it's weird. I remember some of my first clients was like, they pay me like a couple grand, like they listen to everything I say, but they don't until they see the results. It's like, oh shit, I need to get you to post this first video, see the engagement's going to be higher, see what I'm talking about is facts, and then everything I say afterwards becomes gospel. It's like, that's the thing. So month 1 preparation, I like the idea, 100% prepping, but can we just get something done first?
Yeah.
Like, if you invested with someone to help you establish your brand, what's like the first thing that you could see realistically that you could like get results for? Like,
I don't actually know. Maybe just like posting a video, like you said.
what would you want? Dream world, what would you take?
What would I want?
Yeah.
What would I want as a quick win for my artists?
What would you want if you were the artist?
What would I want if I was the artist as a quick win?
Yeah.
A video that gets good views.
Nice.
But I can't promise that, but I can help.
Yeah, but you can get it out. You can put it out there at least. The only way to guarantee not doing it is to not post. So
Yeah.
I'd just be like, cool, post first video. And this is actually just where like you as an expert come in. Like, if you're really good at getting music artist streams, like you've done it. It's like, cool, what would be that, first video? Just post it within 3 days. Well, you can put 7 to start with and get it down to 3. If it'd take a little bit of like operations to kind of get it that quick, but within 7 days you kind of get it in that first video posted, and then it's out there. If they're dealing with the kind of consistency, the embarrassment of posting, all this type of stuff, different types of stuff, boom, it's gone. My new mentor has helped me post my first video, and I feel proud of it. Amazing. Now let's get into the stage of building out preparation, building out the brand and everything like that, because then because you can kind of keep them to account for, like, once we've kind of got all of this done, the videos will be doing better because they're all consistent and they're all aligned with a brand as well. So in that preparation phase, what do you aim to achieve?
Helping them understand their brand, because once they can understand it, their viewers can understand them better.
Okay. Do you do that all on call, or is there stuff you want to do off of call?
They fill out some information in a branding section on the Notion Hub.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So.
And then we talk a bit more about it on the call.
What's the call? What do you aim to speak about? Like, kind of checking it?
I get them to fill it out so it's stored, like things about their brand, because I think it's just important to have it stored. But we more spend the first call actually going through their brand, getting a feel for understanding who they are and what feelings they want people to feel through the content.
Okay. Why is that important?
Because if we don't understand who we are as an artist, I don't understand how others are, meant to understand you. It's like if you don't help yourself,
Perfect. Feeling, brand, like intention behind content. That's perfect. So you get them to fill this thing out. You read it before call, and then you have the call run through it. What's the outcome from that? So you mentioned, if you have to understand yourself before other people can understand you, right? So is that call kind of becoming how that speaks to other people? Like, what is almost the point of that branding? Is that the kind of call?
Yeah, understanding their branding.
So what's stopping you from creating a content strategy on that first call?
Because I just feel like I need to understand them first.
Yeah. So if they fill out the form, the branding info, they submit it to you, and they're like, so that you don't need to have these calls kind of like necessarily booked in every week to like religiously. You can onboard a client, have them go through this process of posting their first video. Once they've done that, then you can go into like, fill out this branding info and send it to me once it's done. As soon as they send you that message that it's done, you're like, cool, your response is perfect. Let's book in a call for tomorrow and we'll speak about it. And then in that time between them sending it and the call, you look over it, you plan what you need to, almost draft up that content strategy, spend the first 15-20 minutes of that call speaking about it with them so you can kind of get a deeper understanding of it, present them that content strategy, and they leave knowing what to post.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
So then, you can almost have that. That would be different per client because it depends on the speed that they progress at. But you can aim to have that done within the first 10 days, and then phase 1 becomes 10 days instead of 4 weeks, and it's like boom, instantly your entire 3 months has another 2 weeks of posting content, which is just more time for results, which is exactly what you want.
I feel like one thing I got rid of with the new it's a done with you offer, because I used to do done for you, is like I sort of have lost the structure as well as like phases. Like I remember I used to have quite structured stuff when I was doing it for them, and I've always been someone that's really organised, really structured. Probably comes down to a little bit of mild OCD as well, but I really like having a lot of structure. I feel like I've been missing that with the new offer now. Sort of trying to be more chill about it because I think that felt like the right way. Okay, cool, just get these clients and just get on calls with them and just help them as much as I can.
Yeah.
And now I've lost that structure again. I feel like I need to get my own personal structure back in place, like what actually is the phases. So maybe it is just understanding the phases and having that clarity. And it might be different for each artist, but just having them core phases in place.
100%.
You told me before that you are sure you can get someone to do it in 3 months and reach their goal. So if you know for a fact you can get someone there, then it's on them to deliver those things. Like it's on them to do those things. Like it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
You know for a fact that, okay, if we're going to get that video out in the first 7 days, they will feel better, because as Seth said before, my new mentor has come in, he's got me to post a new video. Like that is step number 1. They should probably post more, and they should probably post with more intention.
Mm-hmm.
Just got me a charger, sorry.
Sorry?
Just got me a charger.
All right. So when we go into that second, almost, when you join that prep call, like when they fill out that branding doc, they have a greater almost intention behind it.
Mm-hmm.
To go on to what you said, you told me before with confidence that you can do this in 3 months.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't happen, it's on them. Because they didn't deliver the things. Like, I get it, and I've been there running a done-for-you agency, and you said before, it feels a bit funny if those results aren't delivered, but you can get them there. They just got to do the stuff, and the way for them to buy into doing the stuff is to get those quick wins early. Like the reason we put so much emphasis on fulfillment is because the quicker you get people results, the quicker you can get testimonials, the quicker you can show those testimonials. Like if we put all our effort into having the best fulfillment system possible, this is why Seth's running through it now, then all of a sudden more people want to work with you.
Mm-hmm. It just feels like quick win doesn't feel like good enough. Like, okay, I got them to post a video. Like, that doesn't feel like enough.
Is the thing they're looking for solely those 10,000 streams, or is it those internal things of this consistency, this avoiding hate, this feeling of standing out, like this embarrassment?
I feel like a lot of them have that, but it varies.
So if we can get over that straight away, like you're never going to make them £1,000 in the first month. Like in the first few days, sorry. Like you're never going to get them an extra 10,000 streams in the first few days, unless we get a viral video. But if we can get over those like internal feelings in the first week, those internal feelings of like they feel embarrassed posting videos, but if they know that you're there, like they have a Bailey, you're going to support them, you're almost going to post that video with them, like you're putting out content at the same time, they see you doing it, like they have a brother in arms. So if they get a hate message, like I did today, I got a hate message and I turned to the boys like, oh, I got a hate message, and everyone's like,
good.
Yeah. Everyone's, you know, like, oh, good, nice. Like, you're that brother in arms with them. So when they get that hate, you're going to keep them consistent. They know that that first video's gone out. So when you turn to them as like, mate, I need you to complete this branding info doc before the next call. We're going to hop on the call and we're going to make this content the best thing ever. They're like, yeah, man, I'm in. I'm so in. I've got this brother in arms. We're going to go through this process and we're going to get those streams. Sorry, Seth, go on.
No,
Nice.
that's exactly it. So, with this flow, almost like this welcome flow, like maybe this is something we can like actually sit down and just build out like together, like a different time, like just literally sit down and kind of put those things step by step. But almost this flow of they complete a task and then you book a call based on that task. Having that as that kind of flow gives purpose to every single call. Do you feel like that would make you more comfortable with it?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. You know, if they complete their branding info, then they tell you and they like book a meeting and then it's like cool, then they create that strategy and then as you said, like you have phase 1 is done in like 10 days, which is just that's profitable for everyone. That's exactly what you're saying there. It's just like having someone buy into that process. And then from there, like you know what that kind of consistency thing is, like you kind of get into that stage where you know the rest of the calls are based off of this strategy, like you're always having it up so they're clear on what's going to happen, like you're helping them come up with the kind of ideas they need to post, like, and just sitting with them on call, kind of doing that, it gets a lot easier. It gets a lot easier.
100%.
Yeah.
What's the biggest objection you're getting at the moment on sales calls?
I think they fear the time period. They fear doing 3 months. They fear the realization that it's £900 and not £300 for the first month or the second month and the third month. Like £900 sounds a lot. They're fearing doing 3 months with me.
This might be a hard question, but do you think they fear it because you almost lack confidence in that?
Probably.
You just told me before with chest that you can do it in 3 months. Like, you've done it before. Like, do you think because almost when you deliver that to them, you almost lack a bit of confidence in that delivery?
I feel like I come across really confident when I present an action plan on a sales call. So, I don't know, I feel like my confidence is good with the calls. So I don't know what it is.
Well, I know we were speaking yesterday and you were telling me that music artists are almost different in that way. Like, they see their music as their baby and they sometimes don't really want to commit and they've always got to think about it. Like, they're humans at the end of the day and they want a result. Like, they're currently experiencing these negative things and they want these positive things. You know that you can deliver them those positive things. It's hard. I don't enjoy doing it. It's almost this idea of objection handling. But when I took the frame that I am this guide, I know for a fact that if someone does not join me in my program, they won't get to where they want. Like, if you're on a call with a music artist and the reason they're not getting to where they want is because they won't commit, well, I take that on me. Like, I genuinely feel, I feel anxious about it. I feel like crap. I get off a call and I'm angry. Because I know that if he would have committed, I would change his life. Like, he wants this. And you can get him that.
Yeah.
He's currently feeling like this. And you can get him there.
Yeah.
And if he's not going to do that because he's worried about 2 months, then it's almost your job to take that away from him. Like, you know, to take the frame that I don't really give a shit. I don't give a shit about the money, but you care so deeply about helping music artists. So if a music artist turning to you and going, like, almost you, like, if you had a goal and there was someone stood in the way of your goal, you'd beat the shit out of them. And these music artists have someone stood in the way of their goal, and it's themselves. Like, I get it's hard, and I don't really like handling people's objections, but I don't think they're objections. They're just smoke screens for being scared to commit to themselves.
Yeah.
They really want this. I get it. Like, I can see it for myself. I really want my version of that. And there are things in the way, like there's beliefs which I have to shift for myself. And being able to turn to them and be like, mate, like, I get the issue of the consistency. I get the feeling embarrassed, but that's what I'm going to do in week 1. In week 1, we're going to get over that embarrassment. You and I are going to hop on a call in the next 7 days, and we're going to post a video together. We're going to build it together, after that, we're going to build this branding doc so it looks so much like you. You know, kind of get over this thing of, yeah, but I really want my brand to be unique, whatever. We're going to get over that, man. I have a document which you're going to fill out. I think, and I'm happy to go through this idea of sales with you deeper, but you said with chess you can do it within 3 months. So I think when we deliver that, we've got to hit them with confidence, and we've really got to deliver knowing that if that's our biggest objection, if our biggest objection is really people not knowing to commit to 3 months, then it's just, it's on you to be like, man, I'm here to help you. Like, you are there to help them. It's not about the money. You've just told me you want to help 100 music artists. I know you can do it. It's just having that conversation man to man.
Yeah. The best thing is as well is like what we've done now is almost looked at that offer and got clear on it from what you do for them perspective. You know, the phases which will kind of keep developing out as well. We kind of build that notion as well, build that into your like internal notion so you know exactly what you're going through. Found all these emotional things. This is how you sell it. You know, you don't sell a Notion hub. You don't sell 3 months. You sell them the feeling of not caring if they get hate comments. You sell them the feeling of what it's going to feel like when you perform at festivals, what it feels like when you get your first million streams. Like, that's what you kind of, you start selling, which is really exciting because you get people on calls then who are like, fuck yes, like that's the life I want. You've lived that life. You know what it's like. You can almost speak to people about what it's like to get into that situation and they can just imagine it. It's like, I'm really interested in like freestyles, and I feel like I've asked you questions in terms of like, what's it like in your mind when you freestyle? Are you thinking about that next word that's going to rhyme with the previous one you've already said, or is it like complete flow state? Like almost just what is that like? I will speak to someone who lives my dream life just to figure out what it's like, and that's what we want to turn content into.
Okay.
And that makes it so much easier to sell to people because, you don't have to fight over deliverables. Like, deliverables is boring.
Yeah,
that's the final things. Like, I know we were speaking about contracts the other day. Deliverables are things that are on contracts. Contracts are boring.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
sales calls are where you can kind of get into the real, just like, this is where we're going to get you if you're ready to commit. So, to wrap this up is where I want to get into top of funnel and middle of funnel content. I want to explain this to you in a really simple way where it will kind of help you understand it. And have you looked at a kind of content funnel before?
Not majorly.
So the process that we want to be able to do with a content funnel, you're familiar with the idea of the funnel, right? Getting someone closer to where they're, going to buy from you, basically.
Closer, yeah.
Yeah. Most people go wrong because they include bottom of funnel. Bottom of funnel is content that sells people specifically, like it actually sells content.
Right.
What we want to do is not include that in content.
So we do no bottom funnel.
No bottom of funnel content. We'll do bottom of funnel Instagram stories and we'll do bottom of funnel YouTube. But with your Instagram reels and your content, the focus isn't to sell someone. The focus isn't to get an ROI. The focus is in top of funnel to build like lifestyle. Build connection. So it's literally just life that you are currently living, how you're out here with the boys, how you're living a creative life, how you did do festivals. You did festivals?
Yeah, a couple, yeah.
How you did do festivals, how you did get 1 million streams, like this, no, top of funnel stuff, like everything that we've got written down there. Joe, want to show me this real quick? This stuff. So if I kind of draw this out finally, just to kind of explain the difference between top and middle of funnel. So, middle of funnel content is for your ICP. So this is where you challenge the beliefs of, all the objections you have. Middle of funnel content is where you're like solving problems. So this is kind of like the commitment, spelt wrong, commitment, fucking investing in themselves.
So this is where we solve problems.
Solve problems, right? What we want to do is solve problems so we can put people in motion. Like right now, after this, you're going to be in motion because like, hopefully, if we've done our jobs, there won't be any stress or lack of clarity. So you just move. There's nothing in your way for the next few weeks. Like, then there'll be more obstacles, etc. But we can put you in motion. You can go on your path, and you'll be fine. You'll be smiling. You'll be happy, right? That's our kind of goal with middle of funnel content is to solve problems. But before we can get someone to listen to that value, they need to buy into us as people, because it puts this value in context of the life.
So top of funnel is most important for me right now.
Most important. Your content balance at the moment is 80-20. And we want to get to a goal where it's 50-50. But for now, to get there, we need to flip them. Use the fact that you are here. show the fact that you live a creative life, that we're singing with the boys, you're freestyling in the car, you're coming up with new ideas, you're trying to figure out content, even the problems. Like, you're not trying to sell like an unrealistic dream, like you're even trying to sell the problems, but it's like, it's almost that confidence that you know that you can overcome the problems. That's the important thing. So this shows the life that you have lived and that you are living. So then people buy into you as a successful music artist. Then they listen to your value because it comes in context. When they listen to the value, they will pay attention to Instagram stories more. Like, they'll just listen to it. So when you put up a CTA to ask people to work with you, they will listen and they will respond.
So how do I know when to start doing middle of funnel?
I mean, at the moment, for the next, I'd say 2 weeks, 80% top of funnel, 20% middle of funnel.
So say I'm posting 4 videos a week.
Yep. 3 of them will be top of funnel.
Yeah.
1 will be middle of funnel.
So
And
this
you
is
just
like value and solving problems.
Yes. So literally it's just like, so we say insight, which is just like how value is how to, right? I'd focus here mainly because it still puts in context of what you've done. But then the goal is just, unstuck.
So when it comes to documenting life and top of funnel, which I'm going to be doing
Yeah.
most days each week now, like, what do I just literally document not even relating to music, like, just I don't know, like I took a clip yesterday and I said like I'm missing my girlfriend and stuff, or just like post that.
Yeah. So that's where
this
this
here.
comes back in. I didn't actually technically explain this. ICP, so this is middle of funnel content. Like,
Middle of funnel.
if the circle is like how many people you can get to watch it, the reason why at the moment the views are low is because you are speaking to a much smaller portion of people. You're speaking to music artists who are trying to get to the next level of monthly listeners. But here, if you open up so TAM stands for total addressable market, in other words, people that will listen to you. You open that up by using all of these things, plus everything in your 3Ms document, basically everything that makes you different, you can connect to so many more people. I connect to you first that you're missing your girlfriend, and then I realize you're a music artist. I listen to your value on how you can grow your streams because I know you as a person. Like, that's the fundamentals of a one-of-one brand. You connect people first on what makes you different. Everything that makes you likable, everything that makes you trustworthy, everything that people resonate with. Like, why we all like you as a person first, right? And then we like who you are from a valuable perspective. That's what this is so useful for.
So that's middle of funnel, that's top of funnel.
Yeah.
Because we define marketing as acquiring leads. So again, acquiring leads through the middle of funnel content by the act of serving them to turn them into that dream lead. So if you attract someone by that story about your girlfriend and who you are, almost where you are today, as Seth said before, that's the top of funnel content. We are serving them so they become this dream lead, this ICP. So we're serving them with our middle of funnel content, or attracting them with our content about our TAM, our top of funnel. We're then serving them by this middle of funnel to turn them into this dream lead, who is this music artist who's ready to grow. So say you might gain 100 followers who are outside here. We may gain these followers who are interested in you and what you're going on. You're serving them to turn them into this dream lead by educating them, by shifting their beliefs. Like, I think a great piece of content is almost on this idea of, it doesn't matter how good your music are, if you're not good at selling it, if you're not good at putting it out to the world, you will never get the results you want. Like, you'll never perform at the festival. Those guys performing at Wireless, they're probably not the best artists. There are better artists out there, but they're the best at selling it. They're the best at showing people.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's so true.
Exactly. So if, again, that's a piece of middle funnel, but saying the story about your girlfriend, boom, there you go. You're attracting someone, you're telling them, it doesn't matter how good your music is, it matters how good you sell it. They're going, cool, we've served them, and they are now a dream lead because we've taken them along that process of they're attracted to you. We've served them in a way of giving them a piece of information and insight to turn them into this dream lead and this ITP. That's almost the content funnel here, which will bring people down. So when you chuck up a story being like, oh, you work with me? They're like, yeah, cool, I'm down. I want that. I want who you are.
Yeah.
People want who you are. Like, we've been saying this, but people want the position you are in now. You've built this aspirational identity, and it works.
Yep.
To kind of put a rough example to that, it's like, we listen to Central C's music because it's aspirational. and he's rapping about money, success, all this different types of stuff, right? And then we see him posing up with a match and a quarter zip. Like, oh shit. It's like, you know, maybe me too, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of like, you connect to that first, like you like, it's a weird example, but that, you know, you're being sold on a quarter zip and matcha because of the life first.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I do that and I act like him, basically,
Like that.
I'm gonna get that life.
Nice, yeah.
So first of all, it's showing them that life, and then showing them how you got that life. So then, as you said, you know, I wrote this down here to kind of give you ways to show that life. Values. You had that bike injury, and then you got up and got straight back on that bike. Value. Fucking commitment, that is. Fucking commitment. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what makes me like I enjoy. Value. Beliefs. I'm gonna do what I want to do, no matter if no one doesn't like it. Right? Stories. The stories you have in your life. Stories you have in today. Stories you had earlier. Stories you had, you know, missing your girlfriend. Whatever's going on. Like loads of different things. Stories. People connect you on a personal level first, so then they pay attention to your value. Does that make sense?
Do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
If you saw a random video come up on your feed and it's like here's how I can make you make 10 streams. Here's how to do this. Here's how to do this. I fucking scroll straight away. I actually do not give a shit. Like, I see 20 of them a day. Like, genuinely, I see 20 people coming on my feed saying, here's how to do this, here's how to do this. I just scroll, I don't care.
No, same, yeah.
But if I knew them, and I knew their values, I knew about this commitment from the bike, I knew your beliefs, like, and I knew that story about your girlfriend, I'm like, shit, I like this guy. I then listen. And then you frame it in the way about an insight, here's how I believe you. Like, I genuinely trust you. But if I didn't have that top of funnel context, I scroll, I don't give a shit.
I just struggle to believe why would a rapper from London care about me sat in Morocco talking about missing my girlfriend?
Because maybe they're missing their girlfriend too.
What about, like, why would a rapper care about an edit of a bunch of us boys sitting by the table working?
Because they want to be doing that as well. Because they want to be on the table with their decks and their lyrics and figuring shit out and building the song.
Why do they care about my story about my bike?
Because it shows them who you are.
They want to be that. They want to have that commitment you have. It's that aspirational identity. Like, they actually genuinely aspire to be it. They might not have that commitment. It's like when I see gym content. I don't go to the gym, I don't have shoulders, but when I see it, like, I aspire to be that, so I listen.
Yeah.
That's really good though. Like, the fact that you bring that up and be like, why would they care? The other side of that is, give them a reason to care. Like, become someone that's followable. Why? Because you can change their fucking life. You know, if you can change these people's lives and have that confidence that you can change their lives, and you're speaking about the fact that you have a value of commitment, I'm going to listen to it. You know, I look at Dave and some of his songs in his new album, some of them are hard to listen to because their stories are deep, they change your beliefs. But I know the person that he is from his music and from his content. I feel like I understand the type of man that he is. So I give it the time of day to listen to those songs, even if it's hard to kind of listen to. You know, speaking about the stuff that he's went through and stuff that he's going through, it's like it's kind of hard stuff to hear. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, this is an aspirational identity. In other words, I want to be like him. So I'm going to listen to the way that he sees the world.
Yeah, 100%.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it does make more sense now.
Do you want to work with people that wouldn't miss their girlfriend if they were away? That don't believe they should commit to things?
No.
Neither do I. like when I post content, if people don't believe what I say, cool. Like, the aim of the game is to not make everyone believe what we believe. It's to surround ourselves with people who do believe that.
Yeah.
And there are millions of people out there who will believe that.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone else.
That's it. The goal of business isn't to do business with everyone. It's to do business with people that believe what we believe.
Yeah.
Me and you share the belief that you need to use everything that makes you different. That's why we're working together. If you had the belief of just copy what's working, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like, that's as simple as. And that's the belief that we initially share. You know, the fact that you're sitting in the back of the car freestyling, and if I was like, oh, what you doing? That's weird. Because I shared a different belief, it would be shit. We both hate it.
Yeah.
But we share that belief, and that's why we enjoy spending time together. And that's why it's sick that you're rapping in the car and I'm filming content and we're all filming. You know, we're all doing what makes us us. We have that belief. So yeah, that's why clients become friends.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, no, that's something I never used to do. Like, I feel like I didn't build enough relationships with my clients, and it's something I'm really working on. Like, actually, it's not clients. I don't like, prime example. I used to save them on WhatsApp as name client.
Yeah.
It's now name, AKA like whatever his rep name is.
So,
Because,
yeah.
like, that's like it's just the little things.
That's really
But
good,
it's- You're so right. I think, yeah, you guys made me realize that as well. Just like, your clients should be your friends. Like, I used to just not understand it a bit, but I really do now.
The crazy thing is like, if you don't enjoy spending time with your clients, subconsciously you will make your marketing material worse because you don't want to get more clients.
Yeah.
If you hate client fulfillment, you won't. You will. The frequency that your body goes into is everything possible to not get more clients.
Yep.
Which is so weird. Like, that's why loving the clients you work with, loving the reason that you do it, and loving the people that you spend time with is so important there.
100%.
The thing is that this will change the more that we focus on inbounds rather than outreach.
Yeah.
The more we get inbounds, the more they connect with us first. Like, Joe was saying the other day, like, one of the guys in the community told us that he was going to look at, multiple other big coaches in the space, but he came to us because he liked us. Perfect. Sick. And he's been really successful since he's joined the community because he's just been committing because he likes us. And that's the important thing there. Like, I know at the moment outreach is something you're relying on. That's not a thing to change. For now, the more that we focus on this, you will get more inbounds, and they will commit to you, and they will show up on call like, Bailey, great to meet you. Like, I love your music, I love your content. This is so cool to have speaking. And then you're like, oh, what are your problems you're dealing with? Oh yeah, let's get into it. And then the sales becomes a lot easier.
Yeah.
Where you can go and change your life.
No, I hear this a lot. Yeah. It all makes sense, kind of.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, a bit more confident.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the breakdown. Yeah, no, I am. I like the breakdown of the top and middle funnel. I needed to understand that a bit more.
Yeah.
And yeah, 100%. It's big, to be fair.
Nice.
Something to, it just helps. Yeah, I need to put this into content, to be fair.
I think this idea of an offer, like, really, I don't know, putting these things into words, like, almost seeing through what you said. You yourself, you wanted to build an audience. Like, I wrote here, like, you wanted to build an audience. You wanted people to listen to your music. You wanted people to analyze your lyric like they're the Bible.
That's a good one.
You want people to book tickets to your shows. Like, you want those appearances at festivals. That is the outcome you deliver. You don't deliver, what Seth wrote down there before about a Notion hub. You don't deliver that. You get people to book tickets to their shows. You get festival appointments. Like, that is what you do.
Yeah.
I think, who needs an offer statement, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. But if you're able to keep these things in your head, like, I help people build audiences. I help people get others to listen to their music. I get people where their lyrics get analysed, where there's like a YouTube video about their lyrics. Like, whoa, that's powerful. That is what people want more than 10,000 Spotify streams. Who gives a shit about 10,000 Spotify streams? I promise you, if you saw a YouTube video coming out about, like, I just analysed this guy's lyrics or something like that, you're going to feel awesome. Or someone messages you,
that's
like,
unreal, to be fair.
someone messages you like, oh, like, this bar in one of your songs, like, I fucking get it, man. That will make them feel better. And that's what I'm sure it's made you feel better than just getting 10,000 streams. Yeah. So play on things like that. It's emotion. No one will listen to you if you sound like everyone else.
Yeah.
But if you say things which only you can say, and you say them from experience, because you are that thing that people aspire to be, people will listen to you. People will buy into you. People will buy your thing.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, complete transparency, how are you feeling? You feel like clear, confident in the direction, or is there still things that are kind of on your mind?
No, I feel like I've got a lot more direction with it, to be honest.
Nice.
Yeah, like, I think I'm just going to go and structure out the phases a bit more in terms of how I do things.
Perfect.
And actually now I can understand in my content how I'm going to go ahead with the top and middle of funnel. I can just start really documenting, and yeah, just creating content that's just natural.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Perfect, bro.
Sweet.
I'm glad.
Cheers, boys.
I'm glad.
Thank you.